Didn't we go outside already? You want to be outside all the time, don't you? Hmm? Come on, girl, hang out with me for a little bit. We'll go outside in a minute. Freya, come on. Well, I haven't been drawing with cats for the past couple months. Very little. The board has got paper on it, though. That's a start. I'm going to do some poster framing today. So, the project, creativity never stops. So, haven't been drawing, but super busy gardening. Spring, May, April, May, June now. Almost all my energy has been gone into gardening to try to be self-sufficient and grow food to eat. What with the current situation, the ship is sinking. We just need to plug these holes if we can. Anyway, so I've got these free to me poster frames that came from one of my landlord's properties where somebody bailed. They moved out, didn't tell them they were moving, didn't pay rent for a couple months, left a bunch of crap behind, and this was all going to go to the dumpster. Well, I said, whoa, 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 I'll take that. So I stuck it in my car, and looks like we got a Van Gogh print here and this beautiful Japanese 1800s, and this is a little more modern. But anyway, the frames are what I'm more interested in. So, along with gardening, there's been a top secret movie project my buddy and I have been working on, a feature length film. We started in October when Sora 2 debuted. And as soon as that happened, we both signed up immediately. We both got accepted immediately, which was very fortunate because we needed every second of time in order to work on this project. We finished the project. Our last renders for the film were literally the final day that you could generate using a free Sora account. And then the next day we couldn't do anything, but I think I got all the raw footage in the can. But we both have been working on movie posters, so let's see how they turned out. They had a 60% off deal at Walgreens. That's one. The name of the film obviously is Coyote and Ahab, right? So that's one. Get a little closer here. My buddy Dr. Vapor, aka Keith, he's the guy on the left here. I'm the guy on the right here. Um, we're the stars of a retro. It's like we're action heroes, like buddy cops, but we're more along the lines of like Indiana Jones types. We don't have any superpowers or anything. Here's the second movie poster for Coyote and Ahab. This actually happens in the movie where we're riding on a giant Datsun. I mean, who wouldn't want to see that, right? So retro in the style of a 1970s TV series. So our movie is feature length. It's 90 minutes, but it's kind of like a pilot episode for like a TV show, like a Dukes of Hazzard or a Knight Rider kind of a show. And yeah, it's got a lot going on. So anyway, I just figured it would be fun since I haven't been active on my YouTube channel to see if we can't frame a couple posters live, real time, with a little bit of fumbling and stumbling and bumbling, and perhaps even rumbling. I don't know if I'm willing to rumble on a Saturday, but I got a lot of stuff to do after this. I gotta do some mulching because we're at the point where plants are getting big enough now that got to protect the soil. We're in a drought here in North Carolina, and that's not good because the soil gets so dried out that eventually can no longer even retain any rainfall or watering that occurs. And once that happens, it sucks because all the water just flows through dry earth and the roots get, they're ruined. Constant struggle, constant battle. Years ago, the real problem was, oh, look at this. They actually have something written on the other side here. Years ago, the real problem was excessive rainfall. I mean, we've generally been having, the pattern has been too much rain in the summers for years now. But now, unfortunately, this summer, we're getting too little. Oh my God. Straight enough for me. I'm a bachelor. I'm not one of these people that's going to see a crooked picture on the wall and have some innate need or desire to straighten it. I'm like, screw it. It's crooked. I'm crooked a little bit. My teeth are crooked. Why? Why try to change something when it is what it is? You know, it just is what it is. I did put it upside down though. the the thing is here. Maybe if I pay attention next time. So here's one poster. Coyote and Ahab, and this is a Mazabot Smorg. This is a tornado with a Mongolian horde ejecting from it. Big tornado in the background. All this happens in the movie. It's very exciting. I'll just have to lean this one up somewhere. Okay, one and done. Now, I got two frames left. One is slightly bigger than the other. Does it matter? In the grand scheme of things, it doesn't matter. 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 I'll give you $1 billion that I don't have if you can name what movie that's a quote from. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. All right, you give up. I'm just going to go ahead and reveal it and you can look it up. Great movie directed by Elia Kazan, who later was blacklisted from Hollywood, accused but never convicted of being a communist sympathizer. He felt sorry for them. I mean, what do you know? They were getting their butts whooped in the Cold War, and he just felt sorry. I don't know. Anyway, the movie, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Is East of Eden, based on the classic John Steinbeck novel, and the performance, the actor who recites that phrase, "It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter," was James Dean in his best performance. Best because East of Eden had the best cast of all the movies he was in, had the best director, best script, based on the best story. I mean, don't get me wrong, Rebel Without a Cause is very entertaining, but it's not aged as well. It's very dated now. It's more revealing of where we were as a nation, the United States, during the 1950s, and some of the things that were on the forefront of the minds of especially teenagers. All right. What's this garbage? Oh no. There was like a smudge on the cardboard, but it lines up with where the smudging is on the. I can live with that. It's a little bit dirty, but what isn't? Okay. And that one, I was mindful to get the actual thing in the right place, the hook. All right, so that's that one. We're going to line these up and look at them all after I'm done. Uh, Now for the big one. I always set myself up for making stupid, funny juvenile jokes. So when I say now for the big one, I mean a lot of things jump to mind as long as they don't jump down my throat. I don't know if jump's the right word, maybe slide. I'm just not that kind of guy. All right, my fingernails are getting the test today because of course, it always turns out that the day after you clip your fingernails, the day after is the day that you actually need fingernails for something, right? Whatever. That's the universe we live in. It's constantly poking us, constantly making fun of us, constantly keeping us on our toes, trying to get us to be more aware, more conscious. It's a daily struggle. Can't go on like this with short fingernails on the day after I've clipped them, and now I need them. Well, say la vie. I haven't done my toenails yet, but they're not gonna. I mean, I'm not like what do you call it? My left foot. I don't have that kind of talent. Uh-oh. Row. That one broke. Hopefully it doesn't impede. That's not the right word. It's not a problem, is what I'm getting at, hopefully. All right. Well, I might have to get rid of the brown cardboard at some point. I'm going to set them up here, and then I'll grab the phone from its little holder and take a look. Okay. Whoops. All right. So the film is called Coyote and Ahab. Hey, look who it is. It's Sonny. Hey, Sonny. What's up, bud? What's up? Is Munchkin? There she goes. Munch. What you looking at, Munchkin? It's just your buddy, Sonny. I have all these little bridges and neat little nifty boxes and stuff to entertain and amuse the cats. So today we're postering with cats. Right, Sonny? Sonny's my old tomcat from the streets. He's in rough shape. Every day's a struggle. He seems a little frisky today, though, which is good, but hey, buddy. How you feeling, man? He has no teeth left. He's had 4 oral surgeries. He's FIV positive, which is basically a feline immunodeficiency virus. And it's part of why he ended up losing all of his teeth due to a condition called stomatitis, which is an inflammation of the gums. He was in great pain, lost a lot of weight. I brought him off the streets because I'd known him for 5, 6 years before I officially adopted him, and I fed him every day at the corner of Icock and 7th Streets, along with his other friend, Shadow, and now both of them live with me. So, Coyote and Ahab is the name of this film, though, and it's a sci-fi comedy action adventure movie. And you can see it's got a lot going on in it. Some of these are taken directly from scenes, like this gypsy here. There's a scene with a gypsy. There's a scene with a woman with big jugs. There's a scene with a radioactive or energized shark pulling a boat. There's an alien character. There's another alien character, the lizard mob boss. He's the leader of the monster mob. There's a giant drone dragon and a robot, and there's a flying dachshund. Dach. No matter where I try to sit this, there's going to be some kind of reflected light. So anyway, a flying dachshund. Yeah, so these posters were generated with assistance from AI, but the layouts, like the content where the images were placed, all that That was all done post facto, Photoshop. My buddy, Dr. Vapor, aka Keith, he did this one, which turned out amazing. I mean, that definitely, if you were like hanging out at a movie theater or just back in the 70s, 80s, 90s, you could go to the movies and not really have a plan on what you wanted to see. You would just kind of show up like on a Friday or Saturday. And then, there'd be 15, 20 movies playing at these giant cineplexes. There was a Cineplex Brandywine. What was it called? It was this huge up in Delaware. It looked like the Borg had landed in a parking lot. It was just this giant cube, but there were a bunch of under one roof. Like I think they had 30 screens. It was ridiculous. Plus, it was a fun center with trampolines and basketball and Nerf this and skee ball that and all kinds of those games that have kind of faded out of existence now that everybody's kept in a constant state of fear, living in their homes because it's not safe outside for this reason or the other. We can't leave our homes. We got to stay home. Anyway, um, yeah, so this one turned out great. Yeah, there are definitely UFOs in this movie. There are bats. There's a shark. Big shark. There are werewolves. There's an entire scene where Coyote and Ahab fight werewolves. What was fun about making this movie though is that we winged it. So, we didn't even really have a plot. We just had two characters. So it's a character driven movie. And the most interesting part about this whole thing is that so that's me on the left and that's my buddy Keith on the right. We have never met each other. He is like a pen pal. I met him in 2008, back during the era when blogging was a thing. We were both bloggers. We had art blogs and comic book blogs. And so we met through like where you would correspond with each other in the comments section of Blogger. And we hit it off due to our similar senses of humor, which are absurd, bizarre, a little off kilter, a little sick, a little twisted. And eventually we ended up, I don't even know how it happened, but we eventually ended up emailing each other. And then when iPhones and cell phones became more a part of daily life for everyone on the planet, apparently, unless you live in the Amazon. And I'm not talking about where they ship packages. I'm talking about where like a fly could fly right up your Peter and lay eggs, and then 3 days later you were a eunuch. So anyhow, my buddy Sonny, such a sweet boy. But Keith and I met through Blogger, right? So I've never talked to him on the phone. That's the most bizarre part. We've never spoken on the phone. We know each other's voices though, because we share audio messages. We text message each other almost every day. Um, we might skip 3 or 4 days occasionally when we both get tied up in our own personal existences, but there are some days where we'll message each other, you know, 10 to 30 times a day, just cracking jokes and bouncing ideas off of each other. He's a musician, so. But this Coyote and Ahab project, what made it so fun and unique is he's a musician. I don't play any instruments, but I write songs. So we turned it into kind of like a rock opera. Um, More like the movie Flash Gordon, the cheesy, campy one that Dino De Laurenti produced back in 1980, 81, right around the time Star Wars had come out. It's kind of like that. That movie had a Queen soundtrack, which was awesome. But yeah, so there's like 8 or 9 songs in this movie, maybe more. I lost count, and I didn't plan anything when I started this, except just to get these posters in. Sonny, I gotta go outside, bud. It's time for me to go do some gardening before the sun cracks over the treetops and starts making it unbearable. But anyway, so yeah, at some point we're gonna release this movie, and I'm sure it'll be on the internet. after we go through the round of film festivals and whatnot. Right now, the runtime is like 91 minutes. I'm going to do a re-edit and chop it down to maybe 85 minutes. For a film to be considered feature length, it has to be 75 minutes, I believe. And this is in vertical format, so it's really designed to be watched on a telephone or a cell phone. I mean, not telephone. Anyway, so that was cool, a lot of fun. And now I guess I gotta find wall space to hang these puppies, along with some of the other artwork I've done over the years.
Oh, Ellis, I loves ya. Huck, 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 huck.